Hi, I'm back again. Uh, Today's topic is something which is very dear to my heart, right? I meet so many people who are doing very well in their lives, who are successful, who have made their mark, have all the comforts that money can bring, right? They have all the recognition that they want, and still there's something missing. I they come to me and say, Raki ma'am, we're doing professionally, we're doing very good, we have great family, I have done my duty, I feel I'm so blessed, God has been kind, but somewhere down the line I'm not happy, I'm not content, I'm not who I actually want to be. So I just smile at them and I just ask them, have you ever noticed, have you spoken to yourself? Have you ever taken a pause, right? Yes. Have you ever taken a pause and asked yourself, what is your emotional driver? Yes. You know, we all know this, and most of the people who we converse with also recognize what kind of a person you are, right? Like, I am an extrovert, he is an introvert, he is a goal oriented person, this person is very detail oriented, this guy doesn't like to make decisions, this girl is very socially active, this person doesn't want to be at one place for a very long time, right? When I talk about these characteristics, or when I talk about these traits of behavior, it's all about understanding your behaviors, right? Most of us recognize it, acknowledge it, and understand it. However, there is another part of your behavior, another part that affects your behavior, that is your emotional driver, that is your emotional quotient. So a lot of us do not understand what are we really driven by, right? And if you understand that, I think half of your questioning about why am I not happy, why am I not fulfilled, will be sorted. Okay, so today I'm going to give you all the 8 emotional drivers, okay, which are there, and I'm going to read it out to you. Okay, the first emotional driver that most of us have is love and belonging. Okay, there are people who are driven by love, who always believe that everything happens around their families, the people they love, their friends, right? They are driven by love. Then there's another driver which is called security and control. Security and control is, if you meet people who will always talk about financial details, who will always talk about securing their family, about data protection, they will talk about how do I this world is not very safe, who are very driven by security and control. Control meaning they want to control every situation they go into, so they will be always looking at how to control things and people. Then the third driver is diversity and change, right? There are people who are driven by change, who do not want to sit at one place. You might meet some people who would not want to get out of their houses, and you will meet people who would want to, who love traveling in their jobs. That is something that drives them. They are so happy that they travel. They don't mind living out of the suitcase. Then one of the other drivers that we have is recognition and significance, right? There are a lot of people who are driven by that. You will see people who will always talk about I, me, myself. There will be people who will always bring all the attention to themselves, right? It's mostly about them, not in a wrong way or in a right way, right? It's just how they are. See, we do not need to classify anything right or wrong here. Okay, these are basically your emotional drivers, right? Some people want to be significant in other people's life, so they want to keep trying to make that, trying to get that acknowledgement. Then there is another driver which is called achievement, right? See, there's a difference between achievement and recognition, right? Achievement here means something which isn't for others to look at, right? Achievement is something that, like, you are how would I say, you are competing with yourself. You have certain goals, certain dreams that you want to achieve, right? It's basically inward. So there are a lot of people who are driven by achievement. They are not people who will brag about their journeys. They are people who would always will start moving forward towards their goal without making too much of noise. Okay. And then there is another driver called challenge and growth. There are people who are driven by challenge and growth. I know few of them who are relentlessly working towards changing the dynamics of their lives. These are people who will never be happy sitting at one place, doing same jobs, not having new goals. There's somebody who will always have personal goals, personal agendas, commercial goals, financial goals, right? They are the people who are driven by that. Their life, they get that energy from there. And then there is something called excellence. When I say excellence, I see people who are driven by perfectionism, right? They're the people who will always thrive to be the best. They are always competing with themselves and others and to achieve that level of perfection, right? There are so many people we know who are like that, who are actually when I look at them, I just smile and I say, oh wow, the kind of commitment they have with excellence. And last but not the least is responsibility and contribution. See, a lot of people believe in contributing, right? They are driven by contribution. They are the people who would want to give back to the society, and they are the people who believe in responsibility. They have a responsibility towards people around them, and they have to contribute no matter what. So these are the 8 drivers that we all are driven by. I know this video is a little long, but I know that you will love to know about this, right? And once you understand what are you driven by, if you match your driver to the work you're doing, believe me guys, it's amazing, because it gives you a zeal to be better, because it's satisfying your emotions, right? This is all I have today. Just think about it. I'm going to write these emotional drivers on the post, and I would want you to come back and say, what do you think? What are your top 2 emotional drivers? Okay? Thank you. Have a great day.